Neverland is a place that it exists in your mind, so it can really be anywhere, and you don't have to grow up if you don't want to, you know. And the concept of the story is kind of about keeping youth in your heart more than being someplace where you don't have to grow up. And I feel like this is the place where, for a lot of people, when they come into adulthood, they find that balance of, you know, being youthful and growing up at the same time. I think that this really is the fountain of youth, if you want it to be.
I love photography. Photography is probably the only thing that I would feel really, really strange if I couldn't do every day. The Neverland project is essentially grown out of my street photography. So what I was doing before is I was walking around with a Leica M6 and just film and just snapping pictures of people, whether they were aware or not, just traditional street photography. You know, the longer that I've lived here, the more I get to know the people, the more you start to recognize the patterns, and you kind of start to see how this is literally Neverland. It's full of youth and beauty, and there's this culture that's here, probably because it's a college town, but there's a culture that's here that exists where everyone is young, beautiful, and they all just kind of hang around this river, this source of youth and energy, and they're all either wondering like what they're going to eat next, who they're going to sleep with next, and that's pretty much it. When are they going to get drunk again or something like that? And that's a big generalization, but you kind of get this idea, this party culture. But it's naive and it's tragic, but it's also really beautiful because none of these kids are worried about anything. They're just enjoying every single moment, the water, the sun, each other, and that's probably where it started. So, and as I started walking around, noticing that more of the people in my pictures were beautiful people than traditionally or conventionally, you know, that is, as opposed to, you know, older people or, you know, children or any other sort of demographic, just sort of that like 18 to 21-year-old thing. And I just like, well, there's something there. Let me explore this. I meet a lot of people every day, so I'm not really shy. I'm not worried about rejection or someone saying no. I understand that has nothing to do with me. It's just whatever it is that they're going through. You know, some people want to be in a spotlight. Some people, like the girls today, you know, I asked them, I thought they were going to say no, and I went in and asked if I could take their picture. Before I could finish asking the question, they were like, let's do it, go for it. And that kind of blew my mind a little bit. But yeah, I just walk up to strangers and tell them who I am, what I'm doing, and ask if I can take their portrait. And most people are pretty receptive. So people are pretty open, friendly.
With Paul, and the only way to keep it real. Depositing dreams is one thing, but you learn from withdrawing. Ooh.